War Report coming live every Tuesday at 7 with Steve, Cat, Ryan, Amanda, and Eric. And the voice of NEW, Vince Berry. Hitting all the topics like a clothesline flurry. Turn up your speakers and hear them out. You can listen from your car, even on your couch. They too raw, who NXT? Handing out SmackDowns, follow on IG. Plus, it's sponsored by Tag Me a Date. Go to YouTube and sub now for every update. It's all wrestling here. No safe space, now listen in. Time to hear from some of the greats.
So, you think you're untouchable?
Word life. This is basic thugonomics. This is basic thugonomics. Word life. I'm untouchable, but I'm forcing you to feel me. Word life. This is basic thugonomics.
Thank you very much. Everybody good? No. I think physically we're all fine, but I know I'm pissed off. I don't want to speak for everybody, but yeah, I'm a little angry. What I want you to do is find Paul Heyman. I got myself a team. Go tell Paul Heyman to get himself a team. All right, I'm done with the games.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Regal!
War Games! Boys, officially prepare for war.
Nobody does it better than William Regal, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of the War Report After Dark. Boy, do we have a shit ton to cover. I mean...
Yep.
Fucking... Just on Raw alone, I mean, we have new champions, we have heel turns, we have unexpected things, we have things that were predicted right here on this show even a month ago. So we have a ton to break down. We're already getting flooded with comments. We got Tyra Javon Evans is in the tournament. We know they announced it. And I'm not so sure I'm thrilled with the matchup, but we'll get into it. Jassim, however, is somebody I wanted to talk to. Jassim, let's go. New Intercontinental Champion John Cena. My favorite one became champion. I knew it. Let's go. I don't care about Dominic, but he got his butt. He can kick rocks. Jassim, my question is, did you actually go? Because I know last week you kind of were implying that you were going to go, but then you weren't going to go. And I said you probably should still go.
Yeah.
It's going to be in Boston, so something big is going to go down. And boy, did it. I mean, this Raw was an Attitude Era type of feel for a Monday Night Raw where the whole show was just something. It was great. Jassim says John Cena is the GOAT. Dominic, he's still learning the ropes. He stepped up. Dominic, that youngster, he got a lot to learn before he opened his mouth, especially to John Cena. And no, Jassim didn't go, just got to see it on TV like the rest of us. We got Alex Ramirez. What's going on, brother, over at YouTube? So, I guess we could start with John Cena because obviously they opened up with Triple H doing an appropriate announcement for John Cena. John Cena comes out to what you would expect out of the Boston crowd. Cuts a John Cena typical promo. And then gets interrupted by Dirty Dominic Mysterio. And I just want to say, Dominic Mysterio did so fucking good. He really did. He didn't seem flustered. He was calm, cool, and collective the entire way through. He stood up to John Cena, cut a great promo back and forth with John, and then got told the IC title is going to be on the line because you ran your mouth. And right. John Cena wins the IC championship and becomes a Grand Slam champion. So, this is the greatest thing that ever happened to Dom. John Cena is selecting who he wants to work with. So, he obviously wanted to work with Dom. Plus, it made sense because now he could capture the one title that escaped him his entire career. but I thought it was so well done. The match was great. The finish was great. Super Cena told you he's invincible in Boston, and he was. So what did you think of how it all went down in the match?
I'm not mad about it. I know some people who are, maybe if you're a Dominic fan, you might feel some kind of way. The only weird thing is, like, John Cena was just world champion in April through like June. So it's very weird that now he's the Intercontinental Champion. And kind of got that weird. There was like this backstage thing where everybody's clapping, and then like Rey Mysterio comes up, gives him a hug, and it's like, "Hey, buddy, thanks for stealing the world title from me 12 years ago." And then like Cody came over, and he's like, "Hey, buddy, sorry that you kicked me in the nuts. Congratulations on your championship." Like, it was just the weirdest backstage segment of these people who should be mad at John Cena. But Dominic did great. Cena, oh, here we go. He changed his name and everything to "I called it." I'm not even going to say anything. Al, this is all you.
Go ahead, sir. We're on the topic.
I'm going to take the high road on this. How are you fine gentlemen doing today?
Well, we're doing great. I mean,
I fucking called it. I told you. I fucking knew it. I said it. I loved it every second. My wife looked at me like I was nuts. She's like, "What is wrong with you?" I'm like, "I fucking called it." I had no idea what I'm talking about, but it was so worth it.
It was great, wasn't it? Everything about it was so great.
As soon as I saw him come out, I'm like, "Oh my God."
I was just singing Dominic's praises.
Oh, he's so great. And you know what it is too is sometimes there's people, when there's a star that big in front of them, as a John Cena, a Rock, a Stone Cold Hulk Hogan, XYZ, that you see them get smaller in the ring with that kind of presence. And you did not feel that with Dom yesterday. I dare say he was toe-to-toe with the Never Seen 17. Like, it looked like, all right, if they said it was a match, I'm like, all right, it's a legit match. And he held his own against them, which I love. Like, he didn't get his ass kicked throughout the match by the older man or, John Cena.
Right.
He definitely held his own, and it was a pretty good match, and I loved it. I would just love for him to be in this tournament and get his title back.
Well, I think this tells you he's officially out of the tournament.
Yeah, I think he's going right to Ray, because that match is in San Diego, or that event is in San Diego, so they're going to have that match.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot him and his dad are beefing again.
Yeah, they brought that back. And remember last week we talked about the way Ray was kind of talking. It almost sounded like a retirement match. And if it's in San Diego and it's against his son, and oh man, we could be setting up for the end of Rey Mysterio, or at least the road to the end of the Rey Mysterio.
Could you imagine you have a face turn after the match, and Dominic just just gives in to his dad at that point, knowing this is his last match, and he just hugs him at the end of the night, and everybody cheers him on the way out. You don't see that's his baby face turn, maybe?
I mean, I think they're going to tie in his face turn with the return of Liv, because she's going to be super over when she returns. So I think
go back to that?
What was that?
You think they'll go back to that?
Absolutely. I think they have a face run together.
You think so? All right, because I'm assuming yes, the Judgment Day still together by the time she gets back. So yes,
well,
that does make sense.
There's already.
It
seems like. See, this is the thing. It seems like Finn is trying to get these guys to eventually turn on Dom. Right. So there you go. If the women turn, then you've got Liv as backup, and then you know what I mean? It's that kind of
thing. Right. That makes sense. I like where you guys are going. I like it. So,
John Cena takes the IC title to start the night. It's a great open, great segment, great everything about it. This show was also wrapped around setting the stage for War Games. So Dave Abbey over at YouTube raises a good question. Who else is on Team Punk? They're not going to do 3 versus 3. That is true. I will tell you, I would only imagine you got Roman Reigns that's going to be on Team Punk, and then Brock Lesnar be on the other side. But then that still leaves. Well, no. Are they going to do 4-on-4 or 5-on-5?
They're gonna do 5-on-5, I think.
5-on-5.
So we got 2 more for each side.
L.A.
Austin
Knight,
Theory.
yeah. Austin Theory, fuck off. I was just gonna say how
You've been mentioning him a lot lately.
I was just gonna say how Austin Theory, how Dominic didn't Austin Theory the match with John Cena. Like Edge used to say about King of the Ring, I'm not gonna Billy Gunn it. He's like,
Well,
Dominic did the same thing.
I keep hearing this constant rumor that he might be the next guy, at least when the original vision was still intact, when Rollins
With
was
Seth,
still around and not injured.
I don't
But
know. He just never did anything for me.
and me neither, either, at all. But am I echoing?
No.
No, we hear you.
Oh. But if you give him a mouthpiece, like I said, he doesn't have to do much of the talking, and you could keep that. Hopefully, he gets away from that pretty boy persona that he has. He becomes a little bit more, oh no, manly. Let's say. I think you might have something. You might. Who knows? Look, man, they've given shots to a lot of guys that don't deserve it. I think he's a decent enough wrestler to get a shot at that.
He's fine, but I think he suffers from the Ricky Starks problem of being kind of small compared to everybody else with a big ass head, and his teeth don't do him any favors. Like, I know he can't do anything about that.
Yes.
The size of your teeth is just the size of your teeth, but like, he's kind
They
of
bother you.
He's already behind the 8 ball with a lot of people because they look at him and they go, "Ooh, that face!" Like, he's
glad you
already got
said
an
that,
unlikable
'cause
face.
I'm glad you said that because I can't get on the Starks train. I don't know. Like, he's not.
He's not a bad wrestler. Like, Ricky
No,
Starks,
he's not. But
his whole AEW run proved that he's a great wrestler. He's not bad on the mic, but there's just like something.
His name
missing.
bothers me. Ricky Saints?
Yeah. Well, because they were
What the
he
fuck?
can't do Starks.
Right. But that's
So, like,
crazy.
He's from New Orleans, so he used Saints.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
I don't know. He looks like a character from the show Recess. Remember the cartoon Recess?
No.
Oh,
So
Dave Abbey over at YouTube. Roman did what? I forget what we were.
well, we were talking about war games, and we were trying to do the 4th and 5th from each side, respectively.
I mean, I definitely think Roman's going to be in it for sure.
So who's the next one? Are you just gonna throw Jimmy in there and just make it a Uso thing,
I mean, you could.
or would you give it to a honorary Uso and throw Sami Zayn in there since he's such a great? I love him in war games, by the way. So
I do too, but that's also if he's cleared, because apparently
Oh,
he's
he's
still
injured?
not clear. Well,
is he
that's what
injured?
they keep saying.
he did.
Roman changed. He did. He capped them all or some shit.
Roman changed his teeth. He's saying.
Jassim, I like Logan Paul now that he's in the Vision, but he still sucks.
yeah.
I mean, listen, Jassim, that means he's doing his job. I listen. I guess it makes sense seeing him stand next to Paul Heyman. It looked okay to me. Like to have Logan Paul, the scumbag that he is, be aligned with Paul Heyman makes sense.
I mean,
So
look,
I don't hate it.
He said it at the end of the day. He said it. Hey, like, you got to go through those guys. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, fuck
Right.
that. I'll join them.
And it makes sense as well because they were trying to position him as a babyface before this, and that really doesn't work with this guy. The act works if he's a heel. Like, it works really well if he's a heel.
Right.
Doesn't work as much if he's a babyface. Like, what does a Logan Paul babyface look like?
He's like the new version of the $1 Million Man, but more athletic. Like, he's just that guy. He's so arrogant. His persona is so arrogant that there's no way you could ever like have a face be that.
No. And the thing that sucks is that, like, he can back it up. Like, it's not just like talk and, oh, I've got money. Oh, I can talk on a microphone. He can fucking wrestle. And
His asshole.
you want to hate him. And you're like, this asshole who did all this very questionable stuff on YouTube, ripped people off with cryptocurrency, all this other stuff. And then you go, God, this is like the one thing he's good at.
Yeah, no, he's
And I can't begrudge him that, he's we can question everything else about his morals or his character, but like I
I'm gonna
can't
tell you
question
what,
his
man.
wrestling.
I don't know how many people can say this, but I do not mind him when he's in the ring whatsoever. I actually look forward to seeing Logan Paul wrestle.
Oh yeah. I think he's,
I am officially a Logan Paul fan for sure.
That's a little too far.
He said that he was in it full time and wanted to be a WWE superstar. He said it early on, and he signed a long-term contract, and we all kind of were like, okay, sure. A lot of people say this when they're a celebrity, and not a lot of people want to put the work in. Look at Travis Scott was supposed to have a match. Travis Scott was supposed to be a big part of John Cena's heel turn. And the second he got in the ring and took a couple bumps, he's like, oh, this shit hurts. I don't want to do it anymore.
Well, he saw what happened to I Show Speed at the Royal Rumble, and he had wanted no parts of wrestling anymore.
That was beautiful. That I Show Speed spear was fantastic. But we had a lot, when Logan Paul first comes in, you have a lot of doubts about him. He's a YouTube guy. He's a celebrity. He doesn't need the money. Like, he can wrestle 3 or 4 times a year and will, whatever, he'll make his appearances. He said what he said, and he fucking did it. He's a full-time WWE superstar, and he has been for several years. And I give him a lot of credit for
and he delivers.
Right,
and he delivers.
He could literally just live off of YouTube and make YouTube videos and live stream like this, and he's choosing to go out and do other things. So I can't, like I said when you were away, we can question a lot of other choices he's made in his life, but the wrestling thing is he's found his calling really.
He's very, very good at that craft, man. It's like, and the short amount of time that he's grasped it in it is the impressive part, right? Because
correct.
It's crazy. It really
he
is.
did pick it up really fast.
Too fast. Because I remember the first time I saw it, I'm like, this is his first match? Like, he's doing things veterans won't dare do.
And also, I know he trained. Obviously, he went through some kind of training, but it's not like he was somebody who said, okay, we're going to put you in the performance center. You're going to be there for a year or two. Then you'll be on NXT, blah, blah, blah. None of that. They were like, you're going to train. If you're ready, we're putting you on the main roster. We're putting you in pay-per-views. We're putting you in title matches against our champion, Roman Reigns. Like, he's been in all the big spots.
You're here to make us money.
Well, when he first came in, I'm pretty sure he was being trained by The Miz and Shawn Michaels.
Well, that's not bad.
I mean, but he's athletic. And when you're athletic, sometimes it's easier to pick up. What surprises me the most with him is how quickly he picked up the psychology. Because that's usually the hardest part. The moves are the moves. You know what I mean? But the psychology.
Right.
That's the difference. And he picked up on it very quickly. And it's impressive. And if you're a wrestling fan, you have to appreciate it. So, after John Cena wins the IC title, they have the first match of the Last Time Is Now tournament with Damian Priest and Rusev. I mean, it was a good match. Rusev got over, which I feel like is the first time he's gotten over in quite a long time. And then right after that, a nice hard-hitting match. It went right into the CM Punk promo, which, great promo. And then, of course, calling out Logan Paul. Logan Paul comes out. Dave Abbey over here, because Logan Paul is genuinely a scumbag. Yeah, I mean, he gets to be himself, which makes it easier. That was a great back and forth between Punk and Logan Paul, and then, of course, Heyman and the Vision coming out. And then this is obviously what sets up War Games, because then you had Cody and Jey Uso to the rescue to try and even things out. So now we'll have to wait and see. But again, my next two for sure picks are going to be Brock on one end and Roman on the other.
Yep.
And then I agree. I think it's got to be either Jimmy or Sammy.
Yeah, and especially if they're trying to further this Jimmy Roman thing, they have to be on the same team, and there has to be some sort of miscommunication or something.
Yeah.
Oh, so the heels go over.
The babyfaces won last year. The babyfaces have been on a bit of a streak with these War Games things. I think a heel team can win.
And I wouldn't be mad at that because you're right. You could build off of that with the loss of the faces.
Because like, what if Jimmy or Jay give up? What does that other brother say to them afterward? You know, like
That's true.
I just see a missed super kick or spear hitting hitting an Uso. I got like
Oh, yeah.
a thousand on that before that match is over.
I mean, in a War Games match, anything is possible. There's just total chaos. Dave Abbey over at YouTube. Heyman taking shots at AJ was pretty messed up. I mean, listen, he's just the best at getting the heat. You mentioned AJ Lee, especially when CM Punk is in the ring.
Yeah.
It's going to give you great heat. But think about the momentum of this night so far, right? It starts off with John Cena. That was great. It goes right into the Rusev match, right into the CM Punk promo, and then out of nowhere, Nikki Bella turns heel on Stephanie Vaquer after Vaquer had a great match with Raquel Rodriguez. Didn't see that coming. I think the way Nikki has looked so far since her return, I think Stephanie is gonna embarrass Nikki in the ring.
Ooh.
If I'm being honest.
Well, I mean, it is Nikki Bella. There's a ceiling for her performance.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't compare the two.
I mean, look, age is a mother.
Yeah.
And she wasn't always the best performer, and Tiffy is as good as it gets right now. She's very good in my opinion. She's pretty good. So it's one of those squash matches, right? She just lost her belt, so she has to get back on a winning streak. But who knows, right? Because right now you just turned Bella heel. So, do you really want her to lose right away?
I will say this. Nikki Bella is always been better as a heel.
Yeah,
so
100%.
I will say that. There's no
Her
way
best run
Stephanie
was as a
Vaquer.
heel.
There's no way Stephanie Vaquer is losing the title. It's not happening. Not this year.
She could cheat. Like, that's the one thing. Now that Nikki's
true.
heel, if there's
This is how it would be a good opportunity to bring Brie Bella back. Do your whole twin magic shit.
Wild.
Screw her out of the title.
Could you imagine the reaction to Twin Magic costing Stephanie Vaquer the title?
Holy the heat. Oh, the heat.
Oh, boy.
That would be major heat.
It'd be big mad. Oh, so mad.
Jassim, I think solo mystery opponent for Madison Square Garden should be Obafemi, and then you can move Obafemi up to the main roster, and you can have a feud with Brock Lesnar. I don't hate that, but I want to see Brock Gunther before I see Brock Obafemi. I do think Obafemi is coming up, and I do think if you do not see him a part of War Games, I do think you're going to have him in the Rumble.
What about Jericho for that mystery?
I think Jericho's returning at the Rumble. I just don't see it happening. I mean, there is a mystery, but I think it's going to be somebody from TNA. Maybe Joe Hendry or something like that. I think so. Okay. Well, because he kept saying somebody not from our company. They have a working agreement with TNA, so it makes the most sense. So we'll have to see. I also do like how they did announce, though, that at the Garden, it's going to be all main roster versus NXT talent. Mm-hmm. So I think that's going to be pretty interesting because you're going to get to see some pretty cool matchups, and maybe that'll be the test of who they're going to call up. I do. I think you're going to see Obafemi for sure. Yeah. And I think you're going to see Trick Williams. And those are two that, should be on their way up to the main roster. Dave Abbey, they better not screw Stephanie the way they did Julia. Now, I'm glad you brought up Julia, Dave, because there's a lot going on the internet. First of all, I pledge allegiance to the United States of Chelsea Green. And I am so excited that she won the title back. Julia definitely got screwed. And then right away I heard that she pissed somebody off and there's going to be and she's being punished. But then I'm also hearing they have bigger plans for Julia, and that's why they removed the title from her so quickly. But then why do it? You know, I mean, listen, she didn't win clean. She, you know, had her feet on the ropes.
All that's important here is that Chelsea Green is our United States champion.
Yeah,
That's
she
all I
is.
care about. Yeah, she is.
Yeah,
This is
she
the best
is.
part about it. It was one of my, and mind you, this is probably one of the best Raws I've seen in a while. It was Raw, right? Yeah, it was Raw.
Yep.
It was one of the best Raws I've seen in a very long time. This one was very, very good. And that was one of my best highlights when she won it again. Because she's a character. She had shit going on. Like I was hoping. I feel like they took too long to put it back on her, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you know, like they just, it should have been a while ago. I'm surprised her gimmick lived on this long. That they brought it back to her.
Even the music is great.
Oh, yeah. It's the best part. So, question.
I really hope they let her run with it for a while.
Now that we're speaking about Chelsea, her husband, right, Zack Ryder,
Yeah.
wasn't he in the TNA invasion?
He was.
So why isn't he? Is he not more televised than TNA, or is he just like a? He is more indie, right?
Well, he's the indie god.
Yeah, he goes all over.
He appears everywhere. He was on AEW not too long ago.
He was.
Yeah, he just shows up places.
Yeah, he goes everywhere.
Did he go over when he didn't wrestle?
But he has been very vocal and said that he would love an opportunity to return to WWE. And why not? I mean, to be with Chelsea and, you know.
He'll be at WrestleMania within a year and a half of like being here.
Well, you'd say that, but it appears. I mean, listen, the guy's gotten in great shape. He's improved his wrestling. He's improved his promos. He's been traveling all over wrestling.
He's
for the
great.
last however many years, like developing this whole thing that's Matt Cardona and not Zack Ryder, and he's doing a great job with it. They haven't offered him anything, and you'd think with his wife there, he's in TNA. He showed up on this crossover thing with NXT. You know, you'd think
Did he badmouth WWE before?
Not only did he return on NXT, by the way, but the roof flew off the place.
Yeah.
I mean, he got a huge ovation. And to my knowledge, no, he didn't talk any shit about WWE.
Okay. Yeah, I really didn't like him as Zack Ryder. I mean,
He was
as
hot for a
what's
minute.
his- Yeah.
It was Zack Ryder, yeah, but he was hot. He got hot. There was Zack Ryder chants when The Rock came back, like 2011, Madison Square Garden. It was a Survivor Series. He had to acknowledge the "We Want Ryder" chants. He got over with the YouTube series that he had, Long Island Iced Z, and all that stuff, and like it got his friend like an OVW contract, like his friend the Big O, and his dad would appear on TV and stuff, and like it got to the point where he would like. He won the IC title at a ladder match at WrestleMania, but I think he lost it immediately the next night to The Miz or something like that. But
Oh shit.
and then he got like put in a wheelchair by Kane and thrown off the stage in a wheelchair, and like
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
John
about that.
Cena, his girlfriend cheated on him with John Cena, and like yeah, there was like they did not treat him very well. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that was a Vince thing or if it was an everyone thing. Because you'd think if
I think Vince was pissed because he got himself over on his own.
but then why wouldn't Triple H? You know, Triple H has been making inroads with like Punk and all these other people who've been away for a while to try and make things right. This is the guy,
Well,
right?
I mean, listen, him being a part of the TNA invasion, I mean, that's a step in the right direction, right? So,
Yeah.
you know, that
But we
did
haven't
just
seen-
happen a few weeks ago. So,
That's true.
and he probably does have other commitments currently, you know.
Very
But he's one I could also see returning at the Royal Rumble. Why the hell not?
I like a one-off for sure.
Sure, why not?
Oh, the roof will fucking blow off that place.
He wouldn't be a bad mystery opponent for the last time is now tournament
A
because
lot of history with John Cena.
Exactly, a lot of history with John Cena, so that could be a
I
possibility.
wouldn't be mad at that. So they announced that Javon Evans is going to be wrestling the return of Gunther. Like, why are we doing that pairing?
There goes my other prediction.
I mean, on paper, Gunther should absolutely destroy Javon and be able to keep him from being bouncy. I mean, you're going to see some powerful Gunther shit on him, and he's going to sell the hell out of him. He's going to sell all the spots real well for Gunther. But I can't see Gunther not being completely dominant in that match.
Those fucking chops are going to be horrendous for that kid.
Like while he's in midair and he just chops the shit out of him down. Like you're going to see some...
He might chop him out of the ring. I'm telling you. Because he's that athletic. So he might just hit him with a chop in the side turnbuckle. He might just flip over to the side and fall on the ground. I'm telling you.
It's true.
Oh, that's my God.
Oh. Last time is now tournament. You had Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sheamus. I mean, another...
Vince, do you hear that?
Yeah, Steve, hold on a sec, bud. You
sound like there's a squirrel on your microphone, I think.
Yeah, it's like going...
Yeah.
Sorry, dude. No.
Dude, that's girl. Matter of fact, keep talking. Oh, too bad I can't hear you. No,
it's supersonic. We can't hear you. It just sounds like chirping. It sounds like a chipmunk.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh,
that was awesome. Wait a minute.
Because we both, I mean, we can't see your camera, but I think we both
hear you.
You can't hear me?
I can't hear you.
Oh, no. Can you hear me, Steve?
I can hear all you guys. Can you hear me now?
Al can't hear me.
Oh, now I can't hear you. Shit.
I can hear you.
Now Al's got to go out and come.
How fucking weird is that?
Fuck, dude. All right. Well, we're back.
So, and then another big shock of the night. You had Charlotte and Alexa lose the women's tag titles to the Kabuki Warriors.
That was a shock, yeah.
I wasn't expecting it. So, I mean, a lot of big shit happened on Raw. It was stacked. And it was a great match. Of course, you had shenanigans with Nia Jax and the bougie bitch, or whatever the fuck her name is, from NXT.
I love it.
Right? Doesn't she call herself the bougie bitch? I don't know what the fuck, you know. Jassim over at YouTube. WWE is a big marketing company, which sucks. I love WWE, but sponsoring everything sucks. The ring, and it's all thanks to TKO, as long as TKO. Listen, you know, they preached to us for a long time. Don't worry about TKO. Nothing's going to change. And for some things, that is true, right? The product is still what it is. You know, we're still getting wrestling as we know it. But what did change is the fact that it's just not a family-friendly event anymore. These prices are out of control. And then you have Nick Khan coming out and said, tickets are changing with the times. Bullshit. It's greed. I mean, the price for these house shows, these Raws, these SmackDowns are stupid. And then, of course, you go to the major PLEs. I mean, just people can't afford them anymore. And attendance is showing it. And there is an outcry all over social media about these ticket prices. It's absolutely insane.
And Jassim's right. You have the logos in the ring, on the turnbuckle. You have the Prime hydration
on the fucking tables under the ring.
Yeah, so it's on all this stuff. And every time there's a logo, they're getting paid for that. And they're getting paid to be on Netflix, and they're getting paid by ESPN. They're getting paid by all these places, and then they're like, oh, why don't we jack up the ticket prices?
Yeah. I mean, it's just absurd. It's just people can't afford it. Jassim, the Prime bottle sucks. It's like watching a carnival event in the circus. It's not even in town, thanks to the marketing of TKO. I mean, he's not wrong. It just sucks. You know, I mean, you were able to take a family of 4, get food, get merchandise, enjoy the show, and it didn't kill the bank. Right now, to go to a wrestling show with a family of 4 is like a mortgage payment. Dave Abbey, get ready to see more events outside the U.S. Well, that's the other thing. I mean, look, they're doing the Royal Rumble. Is going to be WrestleMania. I mean, and then these jack-offs, didn't they say they want to get away from the Vince McMahon PLEs? So let's just be clear. The day that they do away with the big 4, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, if you tell me Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam are going away because they're Vince McMahon PLEs, suck a dick. I'm out.
They've transcended far past the fact that this guy came up with the name of them and promoted them. You know, it was... First of all, most people didn't know Vince McMahon owned the fucking company until 1997. There was a whole period of time where the face of the WWF was Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man, guys like that, and Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels later and later. But the revelation that Vince McMahon owned the company was really, really late, 1997, the Montreal Screwjob. This is when everything came to light and the evil Mr. McMahon character came to be, and then he started to become one of the faces of the brand and associated with it, not as just the owner, but a character. And yes, he was an enduring character for a very long time, but he's also been gone for a couple of years now. The way media moves, that's a long time, especially now in 2025. The way media moves and the way the news cycle moves, Vince McMahon might as well have been gone for 10 years, even though it's only been like 2 or 3. Like, he's not he's associated with it because, yes, he was the creator of it, but you have to think that the name WrestleMania carries so much weight with Andre versus Hogan and Stone Cold versus The Rock and all this other stuff that happened, that you can't just associate it with one guy. You have to associate WrestleMania with the whole concept of the prestige of that event. You can't just say, well, this guy named it, therefore it's bad.
That's true. It makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
But who knows how they're going to think.
So, subsequently, by Alexa and Charlotte losing said titles, that set up the women's War Games match. So now you got Alexa and Charlotte and Rhea and Io going against, I guess, Nia, the bougie bitch, Raquel and Roxanne. Or, no, I'm sorry, and the Kabuki Warriors. Which also then means the titles won't be back on the line again. And then, do Charlotte and Alexa go for a rematch, or now do you officially have them split and go their separate ways?
That's what I was thinking.
And does this start somewhat of a downfall for Alexa and put her towards the Wyatts? Because I'd be okay with that.
That'd be fine.
I miss Alexa Wyatt.
Yeah, and the group is kind of, they're good, but, they're missing the first of all, they're missing Bray, of course. They're always going to be missing him. But, just having her really would bring something to the group that, really ties them back.
Do they still have the titles?
No. They
tag
just
team titles?
Or do they still have them? SmackDown tag team titles.
It's a shame we're asking this question.
I know. That's like the time remember when I forgot Jay was Intercontinental Champion for a week? And everybody on the TikTok was like, oh my God, how did you forget Jay's completely unforgettable Intercontinental Championship reign that lasted 28 days? And I was like, fuck off. Nobody cares. Anyway.
Jassim, I miss WWE when they had blood, and when you seen it in the ring mat, that's how you know it was good. Now WWE is just one big joke thanks to TKO and marketing like the white ring mat. Now that I don't agree, because we do get blood, and we do get blood a lot more now than we did. And I like how, that's a complaint I have in AEW, because I feel like every single match there's blood. So you kind of are just like, okay, great, the guy's bleeding. You don't feel anything. But when it happens in WWE, it means more, because you're not seeing it all the time. So in that respect, this time I'm going to disagree with you.
And by the way, I did check 123 days the Wyatt Six have been and are still tag team champions for SmackDown.
Wow.
And they've defended them, twice?
How many defenses they had? 2? 3? At most?
Put that information on here?
Well, they had the match the tables match at SummerSlam. I know that one. And I dare say they defended it at least twice after that.
Well, they defended it against
Street Profit?
The Street Profits, I think, twice.
Right, for the rematch.
Right. Yep. So I think they've defended him 3 or 4 times.
All right.
Which, considering the amount of time they've had them, it's pretty weak.
Yeah.
Again, it's another group that should be pretty easy to write for, and I just feel like they just don't know what to do with them.
Are they though? Are they really easy to write for? It's like
I think so.
I think it's. I feel it's. I mean, look, it's hard unless you're gonna make them undefeated. It's hard to.
Well, they
to
haven't
have
lost.
that
They haven't
persona,
lost
you
very
know?
much.
It-
I think. I honestly don't think they've lost more than like one, maybe two. They don't really lose.
I mean, I
The
guess
problem
unless
is
the
you're just
story
not seeing
writing-
them enough.
I guess the story you could write is people are scared to wrestle them. You know, it's like make them something. You know.
Well, we have been seeing like Nikki Cross showed up in the shadows this week
Yeah.
on Raw. I mean, so you saw that. Sometimes you'll see Bo or Uncle Howdy in the shadows. So I mean, they drop little things, I guess, so that people don't forget about them. But I don't know. I just feel like they could do a lot more with them, and they're not doing it.
And also they came in, if you remember when they debuted,
They killed everybody.
Literally, yeah. It was a horror scene. There was blood splatters and everybody was knocked out and everything else. And then like, I agree with Al. If you don't make them those like Undertaker and Kane style unstoppable horror movie monsters, it does lose a little bit. And I think and it's not their fault. It's just like it's not enough time on TV and they're just not being presented that way. If they were being presented more frequently and then more as a dangerous faction, then we'd be telling a different story.
Right,
Yeah,
like
that's
just come in and just fuck some people up. Like, just why don't you just walk in and just somebody's cutting a promo, lights go off, you come in, knock them the fuck out, light goes off, you come out. Don't even
Yeah.
talk. Just do that. It's like, oh shit, they were here. You know, like one of those.
Yeah. Just see him over at YouTube. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, I just don't understand why NXT and TNA have white ring mats and Monday Night Raw doesn't anymore, and SmackDown. I don't understand what your hard-on is with the fact that they have white ring mats. Like, who gives a shit? I don't understand why that's such a big deal for you. I don't know. Am I alone on this one?
No, but I also think it might be. Jassim might think the problem is the color, but what I think his problem is that they've changed the color so that they can print the logos on it, so that the logos are more visible on TV. That's kind of the annoying part. So I think maybe he's conflating the change.
He's tying it into the marketing.
Right. Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to make assumptions based on 2 sentences from a YouTube comment, but I feel like
that does make sense though, because you always want the logo to be brighter.
Right.
Lighter colors are brighter, so.
And if they're not selling ads on the mat in TNA and they're not selling ads on the mat in NXT, they have no reason to change them from the standard gray or whatever off-white color. They have there's no reason to change it. But
personally, I actually like the new look black mats. They look different. Like, I don't know. Like, I like them. I don't mind them. They don't bother me, put it that way.
Right.
I think it's a change. I'm all right with it.
Dave Abbey, are the Wyatts heels or face? There's been no definition. I gotta be honest with you. I don't think they are heel or face right now. Because we've seen them go after heel tag teams. We've had them go after face tag teams. So
I believe they're somewhere between Papa Chongo and the Boogeyman.
Right.
Somewhere in the middle there. There's that's their thin line.
Jassim, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I just don't like the way they have the ring mat set up and the marketing. It's just too much like I miss WWE and Vince wasn't in charge. When Vince was in charge.
Don't we all?
Well,
aside from
there's a lot of things that I'm happy about since Vince McMahon's gone. The advertising, I do agree with, though.
Young Vince, like 1990 Vince. Like mid-90s to early 2000 Vince. I miss him.
Right. If we had 97 through like 2002 Vince McMahon still booking the show, we'd be telling a different tale. Yeah.
Glorious.
But he definitely, I mean, you hate to say it, but as somebody gets older, they do lose a step. And you could definitely tell by like 2019, he was just fried. Like he needed a vacation. He needed to retire. He needed to do something that wasn't just book these shows because he
became very out of touch.
Oof, yeah.
Which became a bigger problem. the things that used to work weren't going to work anymore, and he
Right.
wouldn't change them. You know,
He
he
didn't
wouldn't
adjust
take
the
chances. Right. Right. He was stuck in his ways.
The hardest thing for a self-made person is adjusting his ways, because that's what got them there. Like, think about it. Look at Jerry Jones. Look at Vince McMahon in his own right. There's always been those characters in life that don't really want to adjust.
That's very true. I mean, especially like you said, it worked for so long. Now it's funny because Triple H kind of, again, he's not doing as poorly as elderly Vince McMahon booking the show, but it's just interesting that Triple H seems to be stuck in the era that he was popular in, of the Attitude Era, where every show ends in a big fucking running fest.
Yeah, in a way. But you know what? It gets the crowd hyped. It gets the crowd going. It gets the holy shits going. You know, all that other good stuff. So, I mean,
Right.
I always love when a show ends with a pop. I think that's awesome. It's just like,
You
oh,
gotta-
I can't wait till next week. You know?
Yeah, you have to have something that leads into next week at the end of the show,
Right.
for sure.
The cliffhanger. You need the cliffhanger for sure.
And with War Games, you're always going to have some sort of big group fight to set that up. But it's just funny that Triple H sometimes just relies on the it's a singles match. Throw 6 people in to interfere at the end of the show. Fuck, let's go.
Fuck it. Just to go throw them in there. How cool was that when Rigo came in? He was like, War Games.
He's like Ron Simmons. They keep him under contract all year long for like one or two things. Like Ron Simmons comes in and says "damn" once a year. William Regal comes in and says "War Games" once a year. It's a pretty good gig.
Mm-hmm. For a Legends contract, I'll take that. Sign me
Nobody
up.
does it better, though.
No, I know. It's really interesting to me that after all the dust settled and Vince McMahon technically won the Monday Night Wars, Cody Rhodes is the champion, who's his influences are all Dusty and NWA wrestling, and Triple H is in charge, who was a big NWA Harley Race guy, and they brought back War Games. War Games is the main event of Survivor Series. Vince McMahon might have won overall, but WCW won just a little bit. They won a couple things.
Well, they have a huge influence in what WWF is. I believe WWF was at their best when they were beefing with WCW.
Correct.
And
Right.
before that, I mean, you dare say because WCW was the old NWA, right? In a way, or no?
Yes.
Right. So and for what I know, outside of they've really had some great wrestlers, for what I understand and for what I've seen. So, you know, it's hard not for those guys that we grew up watching not to have, watch those wrestlers growing up, and it was like they had their own AEW, WWE per se, or WWF, WCW. That was theirs, and they had some great wrestling. It's like us
Different
going like, oh, we love Ric Flair, Sting, the Harlem Heat, Lex Luger. Like, there was a lot of guys that were in that wrestling that it was like, oh, the Steiner brothers, and I could keep going. That were great, and that I loved. That's when I was younger,
So one thing I want to bring up that I wanted to touch on as we're getting to the top of the hour, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that on SmackDown, we received the best promo we've ever heard from Jade Cargill. Because it was short, sweet, and to the point. Her entrance was actually longer than the promo. And she literally came out and said to all you women in the back, "I'm that bitch," and dropped the mic and walked out. You don't need to say anything else. This is going to be the Goldberg run for Jade in WWE. As a heel, she is going to just dominate. And I agree with what we said last week, where I think her matches are going to be quick. I don't think they're going to be very long. I'm not saying quick, like squash quick, but they're not going to be long. And she is just going to be dominant.
I would have
until Bianca comes back. And then that'll be a...
Go ahead, Vince.
No, go ahead. You were saying?
Mine was quick. I will have a dog walk everybody she wrestles. I don't give a damn who it is. It could be
Yeah.
It could be fucking Hillary. What's her name? The mom, Hillary McMahon, whatever the fucking name is. What's the
Hillary
mom's name?
McMahon?
No. What's the mom? Stephanie's mom's name?
Linda?
It
Linda?
could be Linda McMahon walking in that bitch, 2 second style, pin her ass. I don't give a damn.
I mean,
Nia.
they already somewhat teased on SmackDown Charlotte Jade Cargo. So if they are not going to have those two try and regain the women's tag titles, I could see that being her first big feud, be with Charlotte. And you talk about solidifying a run, you get over on Charlotte Flair, especially when the title's on the line, because you typically don't bet against Charlotte. But
Yeah. And I think the Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I just think the Goldberg stuff is very accurate and what they should be doing. And Goldberg got by for like 2-3 years of a run by saying who's next and very little else in a promo. And
Yep.
if you can just boil Jade down, I'm that bitch, drop the mic. That's all you need to do. And I
All you need.
100% agree with Al. The matches should be short, explosive, and imagine if she does to Charlotte Flair what Brock Lesnar did to John Cena at SummerSlam. And and just ran through him, and that immediately cements Jade as that bitch.
right.
That's exactly
Imagine-
where I was going with it.
Imagine Jade versus Rhea at Mania. That would be amazing. Or what about Jade versus Rhea versus Bianca?
Yeah, because Bianca has beef with both of them, right?
I don't know that she still has beef with Rhea, but she does have beef with Jade.
Right. I think you have to have, Jade versus, depending on when Bianca comes back, because I know, as far as we know, she's still injured. But that should be the big program. Like, Jade versus Rhea anywhere is going to be good, but I think the Mania match, if she's healthy, is Bianca Jade.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
And I wouldn't set up Jade to wrestle Rhea right now anyway, just because I would want her to, like Al said, run through a bunch of people. Just all the start the way Goldberg did. You start with the jobbers, you run through one of them a week, and then you get to the mid-carders, and they give you a little bit more of a challenge, and then you get to the main eventers, and you finally have like a good back and forth, like when Goldberg would wrestle Sting or Diamond Dallas Page.
Right. No, that's true. All right. Well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting right up to the top of the hour.
Any final thoughts, Al?
What did I miss something in the beginning that y'all spoke about?
No, you came in right when we started talking with Dominic. So
And John
okay.
Cena.
right, yeah, you didn't miss anything.
Is there
did-
something that you wanted to bring up?
Oh yes. Fuck Goldberg.
That's what we were missing at the beginning.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
we were missing
I'm
something.
sorry.
We were missing something.
That's what I needed. That's what I needed from the beginning.
Perfect. We've come full circle. For those of you who are enjoying the John Cena background music here, the WCW or the WWE YouTube channel has the best of John Cena going 24/7 right now. Now, the best of John Cena includes some matches that I wouldn't necessarily include, like matches against the Great Khali, but it is what it is. If you want to get that Ruthless Aggression era feel, go to the WWE YouTube channel and check out that stream. If you like the NWA, WCW stuff we were talking about with Al, I can't wait to see what the WCW Vault puts up this month, because last month it was all old Halloween Havocs. So I can't wait to see what this month's 24/7 stream is. I guess I'll keep you guys posted. But if you enjoy the show today, we go every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. We've already gone through the daylight savings thing. So whatever time you listen to the show, that's the time you listen to it every single Tuesday. We are live streaming on Facebook and YouTube, both Steve's personal Facebook, and if you go to Facebook and type Tag Me a Date in your search bar, you can like the page by hitting the thumbs up button, and a live stream will go right into your news feed on Facebook. On YouTube, type Tag Me a Date in the search bar. You'll find our YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified when we go live on Tuesday nights. You can follow us on social media at Tag Me a Date with no spaces. We're on a lot of social media there: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter /X, all at Tag Me a Date. Our TikTok is The War Report Podcast, and that's all one word, The War Report Podcast. You'll find us on TikTok there. During the week, we post reels and shorts of the stuff we discussed the week prior to prepare you for our next Tuesday's show. So follow social media to see those clips over there. If you prefer an audio version of the podcast instead of a video version, just go to your favorite podcast app like Stitcher, SoundCloud, Spotify, Google Play Podcasts, or Apple Podcasts. Type in Tag Me a Date, type in The War Report. You'll see our lovely logo that's in the top right-hand corner. You'll see our names in the description: Steve, Vince, etc. And you can just hit that subscribe button. Ryan rips the audio from the live stream, uploads it to podcast apps. So it will just be delivered right to your tablet or phone as long as you are subscribed. Thank everybody for commenting. We had Dave. I don't think David was Rosca in here. I don't think he was. We got to send out a search party. Oh boy, I hope he's okay. Thanks, Dave A. Thanks, Tara. Jassim, I think Ryan might have been in there. There's a bunch of comments. Thank you, everybody, for commenting on your way out. If you could leave a like or a share or any of that, everything helps us in the algorithm, and that'll do it. We'll be back next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, for another edition of The War Report After Dark. Have a great week, everybody.